So, I was watching one of the tarot card readers this morning, and she's doing a horoscope on each of the signs. And when she got to Virgo, I could tell she was like, well, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Virgo. Who knows? No one knows what she's doing or whatever. I don't know. That's how I felt. It's probably my imagination.
Hey! Hey! I don't want to see the video!
I'm doing a video right now because I cannot drive away from where we're at because I just got a new windshield. That cough, huh? Anyway, okay, so where was I? I totally lost my train of thought with Creston. Anyway, okay, so here's what happened. So I'm not going to tell you what happened this time, but I'm going to tell you something that happened 10 years ago that was very similar to what happened recently with the job I had, okay? So 10 years ago, I was working at, I don't know, can I say it was Good Samaritan? I mean, these chains, like I've also worked at Life Care, they are absolutely different from one town to the next. The management can be completely different. The organization can be completely different. The one I was working at was not the best organized. Anyway, state came through, reamed their asses, and so they fired the DON and they got all new whatever. And so we had these interim DONs coming through. The first one I got along with just fine. Can you keep it down, my friend? And the second one I didn't really like that much. And I was working 12-hour night shifts at that time, and I also had, I think I had 2 other jobs at the time. I worked up to 3 jobs at a time, and yes, I'm pretty sure I had 2 other jobs at that time. So a per diem and then a once a week when I ran the thrift store for charity. But anyway, okay, so first of all, they kept adding. You have to do this now, you have to do this now, you have to, pull up the report of all the orders that have been put in for the last 24 hours. You have to, oh, and you know what was funny? They made us do daily skilled notes on the night shift, and they also did them on the day shift. And I was like, daily, doesn't that mean once a day, not twice a day? And that's the only place that they ever made us do that twice a day, which was ridiculous. But anyway, they just kept adding and adding and adding more things to do. So that was stressful. It was like, this is too much. This is too much. Anyway, then they started scheduling me like excessive numbers of hours, and they did it at Christmas time. And my kids were younger 10 years ago, and so I had planned Christmas. I was going to do it like 3 days before Christmas because I did not have Christmas off. I didn't have Christmas Eve off. I didn't have the night before that off. I was working like 5 night shifts in a row and around Christmas. Okay, so I get a text, and it tells me that there was a mandatory meeting on the day that I was going to do Christmas with my kids, okay? And so I texted back and I said, oh, no, wait, I always do this. I forgot part of the story, okay? And they said that they would take you off the schedule if you did not go to the meeting, okay? So then I texted back and said, take me off the schedule then because I'm not coming to the meeting. So who's going to cover 5 night shifts over Christmas, right? So they called me up. They're like, whatever. We really would like you to stay and work those. Anyway, I was pretty fed up at that time. So I put in my 2 weeks notice, and it was almost to my 2 weeks. I think like 2 days away or whatever. And I called in sick, and they're like, just don't come back here. And pretty much all of my jobs have ended similar to that. But the funny part about that job was they had worked me so much overtime that I was pretty rich. So I was renting a house at that time. So I paid my rent 3 months in advance. I paid all my bills 3 months in advance. And I just took 3 months off and I didn't work. I just drank beer every day. But my son was living with me, my oldest boy, and he started to get worried. He was like, Mom, are you ever going to go back to work? We're getting worried here. And I was like, oh, fuck, fine, I'll get a job. So I got another job. But anyway, that's what's going on here right now. Was I got overworked. Overworked. I don't know who that kid is. I just picked him up off the street.
No, you didn't!
I got overworked, burned out, to the point of like barely functional, and then disrespected so hard that I lost my fucking shit. I mean, I lost it pretty good. So anyway, I moved to a different state.
Stop laughing at everything you say.
I'm hilarious.
No, you're not.
So I moved to a different state for the summer. For the summer. I love it here. Oh my God, it's fucking awesome. Okay. I'm getting paid way more money at my job. My son's renting my house. I have a little business back in the other state that makes a little money. I'm doing fabulous, and I feel great. I'm doing great. Don't worry about me, everybody. Doing excellent. Okay. Yeah, I honestly, I am trying, and it has not been hard to not even think about the drama that went down on that job, because dude, by the end, I was just so over it. It had built up so bad. It was just absolutely terrible. And we got to go get breakfast. Okay, bye.